Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks bringing you the daily Tesla report for Wednesday, July 19th, 2023. Before I click through the charts, just want to encourage you to please click like, please click share the content with friends and colleagues, and become a Wicked Stocks YouTube channel subscriber. And please check out wickedstockscom, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the Tesla and Apple reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and the long bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week to 3 to 5 month swing trader and near-term investor. In fact, on Tuesday, we put out a 10-minute video on Netflix showing you sort of the setup for a potential buy signal as we move into the fourth quarter. So check out wickedstocks.com. We offer a 5-day free trial. You'll be able to check out Netflix for free. Anyway, here we are. Daily Tesla Report, Wednesday, July 19th. We did on Monday, close above the 287.17 weekly channel top by the required 1% margin. This is considered what I will say, the early stages of a secondary long-term buy signal. Now, almost 2 months ago, we closed above the 188.47 descending channel top, which set up for a longer-term target at 414.49, a retest of this all-time high in the months to follow, over the following year. I think I said initially, and then closing above 287.17 at the end of a week by a 1% margin. That's 290.04 or higher on Friday. Settlement price should actually yield 414.49 over the following 3 to 5 months, given the presently still heightened volatility and the directional move. So we are in the initial stages. It'll be finalized on Friday. I like to see Friday settlements. They have a certain degree of finality to them. This is a weekly chart after all. And so closing above 287.17 by a 1% margin on Friday should then yield 414.49 over the next 3 to 5 months by the end of the year anyway. Now, we've already met the qualifications for having closed above 287.17 by a 1% margin 2 days in a row this week, Monday and Tuesday. It's just Friday needs to do the same. And then that is the final shoe to drop on a 414.49 big picture objective. On the way up, we can anticipate this old high area from August of last year, 313.60 to 314.66, as a 1 to 3 week objective, where we could top out on a weekly basis, possibly fall back to 287.17. So if you hadn't got long already, you might wait for a retracement back to this channel top. But this will be a solid zone of long-term support, assuming we close Friday above it by a 1% margin, 290.04 or higher. That would present a buy opportunity if we ease back to it. But we could just as easily close above 314.66 over the following 2 or 3 weeks. And then I'd say 2 to 3 months, we should reach 414.49. So that is the big picture. I will finish the big picture idea with, if we close at 287.17 or lower on Friday, then it's a no-go. And then it's the market then susceptible still to falling off in a meaningful way as we move into August. We wouldn't really have a sell signal per se into August trade unless we were to close at this point in time below the 253.29 5-6 week channel bottom. But that's another story altogether. Let's take a look at the day itself. There's not a lot to show here in terms of the immediate vicinity of line studies and channel structures. We are still trading above the 286.84 channel top. That is the same channel top on the daily chart that we find on the weekly chart at 287.17, and it did contain Tuesday's lows, and we closed higher on the day. We closed above Monday's high. We closed above the 1% mark, 295.05 to the upside today. Now, we pushed through that by a hair on Tuesday. That is actually a respectable 5/8 long-term Fibonacci level. If you take a look at the all-time high of 414.49 against the 101.81 low, 61.8% of the way back is 295.05. And you always have to make choices, right, with technical analysis, because you've got a lot of times moving averages or line studies, whatever you follow. You always have to choose which is the stronger of the two. And I'm going with structure here. And what I mean by that is is the channel top. In other words, yes, I recognize we can top out at 295.05 for a day, maybe several. I still have it as an intraday resistance level only because I think buying pressures can continue to build above 287.17. And if we push or open today above 295.05, 300.13 is in reach. Do I show that anywhere? I actually do. That is this high way back. I think this is February of 21. This was a high that held for a long time, the better part of a year. So I'm giving that session containment status. If we push through 295.05, this old significant high that goes way back several years, in reach today, where we can place a daily high. And if we close today above 300.13, then we should, within 3 to 5 days, by the end of next week at the latest, reach this 313.60 to 314.66 region. In other words, if we close today above 300.13, this high way back here, then I think the odds certainly favor a weekly settlement Friday, several days later, above 287.17 by the required 1% margin. And then it's once again, that is the final shoe to drop on what should be a 414.49 3 to 5 month upside objective. So, I can address you options traders. You may have bought the 250 or even the 190 out of the money puts, over the last week, 2, 3, 4, 5 in anticipation of bearish rotation. But given what's playing out right now, you should, and I hope you are, considering lightening up at least on those. And if we close Friday above 287.17 by a 1% margin, that you liquidate them all together. And if you're a 2 to 3 week position trader, you're reaching for 315 out of the money puts that don't expire for at least a month. If you're a longer term position trader and you trade options, you could reach for 415 out of the money calls that don't expire for at least 6 months. I'd probably go further out on that in that respect. Let's talk about the downside, that if we break that 287.17 level and 286.84 today, then 282.48 is likely. This is intraday. This is day traders breaking 286.84. The high settlement price from a few weeks ago before we backed off for 4 days consecutive was 282.48. And that could be it for the day. But I will say that if we close today below 286.84, that should by Friday's close yield 273.91 within a couple of days of closing below 286.84. If you're long the market, 3 to 5 day swing traders, if you're accumulating a long position, you have no strong argument from me unless we close today below 286.84. And then we reverse into later week, expecting 273.91, where we can bottom out for a day or several perhaps and rally back into the mid to upper 280s. But if we close today below 286.84 and it takes a day or two to fall to 273.91, by that point in time, we're at the end of the week and we're likely closing then below the 287.17 formation, which allows this market to fall back into the low 260s, upper 250s, lower 250s. This 253.29 is rising at a pretty good pace. This would be the structure I would look for, this 257.09 formation on the weekly chart. That is 253.29. But yes, if we close below 286.84 today, I think what I'm trying to say here is that that'll give us a day or two to fall to 273.91, by which point we're at the end of the week likely to close below 287.17, and we're back to anticipating the possibility of 257.09 over the next couple of weeks. So, for those of you who are still holding those 255 out of the money puts, let's say, if we close below 286.84, you should breathe a sigh of relief because you actually may see a return on those. And then, of course, closing the week Friday clearly below 287.17 does allow the upper 180s, low 200s within several months, but it is very stair-step. We would first need to close below the 250s for that to become a clear-cut sell signal. That is all I've got. I'm pushing 10 minutes as it is. Please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstockscom. You have a great day.